Hello to all of you. So, in this lecture, we discuss about new chapter, new module that called regulating and cross drainage work. So, what is the meaning of cross drainage work? So, in the second name that called in short CDW. Clear. A cross drainage work is a structure which is for carrying canal across river or break, intercepting the canal. Clear means the structure which are used to carrying a canal over the drain or river. That structure called cross drainage work. Clear. So the cost of cross drainage work is very expensive. So in most of the case, CDW is minimized. So how can you minimize CDW? So there are two ways. First way, the canal are generally aligned on a watershed. Then second one, there's all small tributaries of river which are connected to the main stream. So therefore, the CDW numbers of CDW is minimized. So there are two ways to minimize cross drainage work structure. So there are different types of cross drainage work, which is depend on the level and discharge. So there are mainly three types. First, cross drainage work carrying a canal over natural drain. Then second one, same case, but natural drain over the canal. Then third one, the cross drainage work admitting the drain water into canal. Clear? So the positions of canal and natural drain are changed with respect to that first case and second case. Then third types, the level of both for canal and natural drain are same. So that intermingle or that water admit into canal. So first types that called cross drainage work canal over natural drain. So canal is carried over the natural drain. So what are the advantages? Which is first open to inspection of canal and less damage due to flood. So the first types of CDW carrying canal over natural drain that called aqueduct. Clear. So in the aqueduct, the canal is above the natural drain. So as per the diagram, we can easily show that the particularly a ship or that boat which is run in canal and below that the natural drain is provided. Clear? So that type of structure called aqueduct. But in the case, the HFL level means high flood level is always below the canal base or canal bottom layer. Then and the water goes into the natural drain by the gravity. So this is the first case of aqueduct. Then second one, siphon aqueduct. So in siphon aqueduct and aqueduct, so there are little difference. The difference is HFL level. So in aqueduct, the HFL level is above the canal bottom level. Here, in siphon aqueduct, the HFL level is above the canal base. Clear? So that called a siphonic aqueduct. So here in siphon aqueduct, the siphonic action is generated. So the total canal base section is supported on piers that indicate in diagram. Clear? Then the level of that piers which is below the ground level. So the silting problems are not occurred. Done. Then second types cross drainage work carrying the natural drain over the canal. So in previous types, canal is above the natural drain. In this case, drain above the canal. So less liable damage than earthwork. Then second one, canal is not open to inspect. So these are the disadvantages and advantages of the second type. So in this type, the first type that called super passage. Clear. In previous type, we discuss about the HFL. But here, in this type, we discuss about FSL, which is full supply mode, because canal is below the natural drain or stream. So, first, that called super passage, the FSL level of the canal, which is below the stream base, so the water can easily pass, and canal water run by gravity, and that particular stream section which is supported on piers. The next one, canal siphon. Same is as per siphon aqueduct, but in this case, the FSL is above the stream base layer, and the bottom layer is below the ground level, so that again silting problem is not occurred. Done. So here again there are barrels are provided to develop siphonic action. There are the four types of CDW. Then third main type, cross drainage work admitting the drain water into canal. Means here is there are same layer of canal as well as drain. So in this type of cross drainage work, the canal water and drain water are intermingled with each other. So the cost which is very low, and the regulation of this work is very difficult, or maintenance is very difficult. So there are first type, level crossing. So in level crossing, canal and drain both are on same level. So there are in drain there are regulator provided, but in canal there are cross regulator provided. So in drain there are crest is provided, means wall is provided, clear. So when in the monsoon season the water comes in drain, so that amount of water which is directly admitted into the canal by some regulator which is provided on the drain, clear. So this is called level crossing. The second one, inlet and outlet. So inlet and outlet generally used for smaller capacity. So there are diagram which is provided. So there are pipe is provided. So the pipe all inlet. Here, so the drain is provided on the right side of that particular canal section, and which the waters come to canal by the pipe. So here there are some cases which is not necessary that numbers of numbers of outlet is not equals to numbers of inlet. So there are outlet will be more than one, or the pipe will be one. There are no condition which is number of outlet is equals to number of inlet. The next one, classification of aqueduct and siphon aqueduct. So depending upon the nature of sites of aqueduct and siphon aqueduct, there are classification as a type 1, type 2 and type 3. So in type 1, the diagram which show, just a minute, again. So this is the first type, clear, this is a totally first type. So in first type, this is a side that called a side of canal. And so in type 1, the earth bank which is constructed on the side of canal. So that is included in type 1. But in type 2, we usually show that in the end side of that canal, which is replaced by the retaining wall. So there are type 2. In type 3, the total concrete are used on the side of canal. So there are type 1, type 2, type 3, which is based on the side of the particular aqueduct and siphon aqueduct. The next one, canal regulation. So what is the meaning of regulation? Means regulation means to control. So the particular structure which are used to regulate or to control the discharge of supply and velocity of flow, that structure called canal regulation form. So there are different types of canal regulations work. First one, canal falls, cross regulator, distributory head regulator, canal step, canal out. Clear? So first one, as per the diagram, this is a cross regulator which is provided. Good. This is a distributary head regulator is provided. This is a canal escape is provided. This is a canal fall or canal drop, we can say that. And at the last point, the canal outlet is provided. Clear? So there are total five structures which are used for the regulations of canal. The first structure that called canal fall. So that type of structure which is constructed across the canal to lower down its water level and destroy the maximum amount of energy, that called a canal fall. So what are the requirement or what are the location, what are the necessity of canal fall? So what is the requirement? When the natural slope of the ground which is steeper, so that time the canal fall is provided. So canal bed slope may be 1 in 4,000 for 1.5 km, but 1 in 8,000 for 3,000 km. So what is the slope, average ground slope for canal? 1 in 200 to 1 is 50. So there are some factors which is considered while selecting the location of canal fall. So first is when the canal is not irrigated directly, so that particular fall should be economic, and the canal should be constructed by the concept of balancing dam or balance dam. So balance dam means the dam which is cutting or equals to filling. That dam called balance. The second case or the second factor, when the canal irrigates directly. So the fall provided at the location where the full supply level of the canal which go out from the ground level, means the ground level which is like depth of that canal which is 3 meters. The ground depth from the bottom point of the canal is 3.5. So at that point, the depth of water flow in canal above the 3.5 meters. So at that point, the canal fall is provided. Okay? That site for the fall in the case distributary from which direct irrigation is done. Then fourth one, location of canal fall may be decided by combining with a cross regulator or road bridge to effect economy. Fifth one, for economy of providing large number of small falls or small numbers of large falls. So there are total five factors which are considered to selection or to selecting a location of fall. Canal fall, which we'll discuss in next session. Clear? Thank you.